There's the plantation house, guys, in its full glory. And keep your eyes open, like I said, guys. You never know. This place is said to be haunted.
Today, we are taking a trip deep into the swamplands of eastern North Carolina. There lies the antebellum-style Somerset Plantation. The plantation operated from 1785 to 1865. The plantation consisted of over 100,000 acres of land, but now the plantation sits on only 8 acres of land, surrounded by a state-operated Pettigrew Park. It is also said to be haunted by the former owners and the former enslaved people as well. But is the plantation truly haunted like the claims say? Let's see what we can find out in this episode of The Paranormal Side.
Yeah, we're full dark. Wow. Y'all see anybody in the windows at all? I can't see nothing. I know, it's dark.
Yeah, somebody was looking at me. I couldn't see him.
No.
Josiah Collins moved from England in 1785 and started developing the swampland by draining the swamps to create farmland. Josiah Collins used 100 slaves to dig a 6-mile-long canal, which connected Lake Phelps all the way to the Scuppernug River. Josiah Collins built his plantation and named it Somerset after the county of which he moved from in England. Josiah Collins designed a clever way of carrying water all the way across his plantation with a system of canals, all for the purpose of irrigation for his crops. And this is why Somerset Plantation became one of the most successful plantations in all of North Carolina. Now, Josiah Collins II increased the number of slaves. He improved the plantation's infrastructure, and he even built the Colony House for his soon-to-be-married son, Josiah Collins III. After finishing up his education in New York, Josiah Collins III ended up marrying Mary Riggs from New York. The newlyweds arrived at Somerset Plantation on January 5th, 1830, and became the first of the Collins family to establish a permanent home on the plantation.
This right here is that canal where Josiah Collins' his 2 sons and Mary Collins drowned right here in this canal. Right here in front of the house.
Josiah and Mary had a total of 6 boys. But tragically, 3 of the sons died in an accident at Somerset Plantation. Around 1840, 2 of Josiah and Mary's sons, named Hugh and Edward, were playing in the canal in front of the house along with 2 enslaved boys, Anderson and Zacharias. All 4 kids were in a little boat, and it tragically turned over and drowned all of the children. Somerset is reported to be the home of many ghosts. It is said that Mary Collins never fully recovered from her 2 sons drowning in the canal that runs right in front of the Collins mansion, and that she can still be heard crying and mourning on moonlit nights from the loss of her 2 sons. Mary Collins' ghost has not been reported as appearing to anyone, only the sound of her screams and crying.
I'm gonna try to see if I can't get some EVPs while we're out here. EVP 1, Somerset Plantation. Is Hugh or Edward still here? Still running around, playing with their 2 friends. I think one of them was named Alexander. Can't remember the other one's name.
How about
Keep recording.
keep
What?
recording?
Keep recording
Him
him.
Watching you.
watching you.
Turning the big light off, going dark.
How about Mary Collins? Is she still here?
Let's listen.
Is Hugh or Edward still here? Still running around, playing with their two friends. I think one of them was named Alexander.
Noah.
Noah.
Can't
Lower.
remember the other one's name.
How about
Keep recording.
Keep recording
him
him.
Watching you.
watching you?
Turning the big light off, going dark.
How about Mary Collins? Is she still here?
Let's try it again. Sound like
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
don't leave. We're just here to meet you guys and to get to know you, to see if you're still here and active. Are you guys still running around here playing? See, there's a saying that people talk about that Mary Collins, her two kids passed away and died here in this canal. And that people who camp down here at the campground claim that they hear her screams of her mourning still to this day. So,
It's in God.
God. So if you hear anybody screaming or anything like that, it could be Mary Collins still mourning her children. They drowned here in this canal.
In 1861, Civil War broke out, and Josiah Collins III personally funded and outfitted multiple companies of Confederate soldiers from Washington County. By 1862, the Union controlled most of North Carolina's coastal plains, so the Collins family fled to Hillsborough, North Carolina. There, they remained until war's end. During their absence, Union forces and desperate locals plundered Somerset Place, and all the farming ceased. Josiah Collins III died on June 17, 1863, in Hillsborough, North Carolina. Following his death and the ending of the Civil War, the Collins family attempted to restore Somerset Place, but it was unsuccessful. They were forced to sell the property because of the debts that they owed in 1867.
And the house is so beautiful.
Help me.
Help me.
Help me.
Crying.
Praying. See, up there was the children's bedroom. That's where the children lived that drowned it over here in this canal.
The ghosts of the four boys are also seen on the property and heard crying for help. Some of the reports state that several ghosts on the land are former slaves who used to live and work on the plantation. Over all the years of operation, around 850 enslaved people lived and worked at Somerset. One of the claims is seeing a former slave, Rebecca Drew, who attempted to run away one Christmas evening and was caught. The story says that she was only about the age of 15 when she was sent to Somerset Plantation. She had lived with her parents on another plantation before being sold to Somerset. She really missed her parents, which prompted her attempt to run away and return to see them. Once she was captured, she was placed in arm and leg stocks overnight as punishment. During the night, it was so cold that she lost circulation in her legs and her feet were badly frostbitten. As a result, both of her feet had to be amputated. She somehow survived the amputation. Rebecca Drew found a way to walk around on her stumps, and in this condition, she was forced to continue to work on the plantation.
Look at the bird up there sleeping.
Where? Oh, there's a little bird. Check it out. It's not to disturb it too bad.
Yeah, I don't want to scare him.
Wow, he's just up there chilling. Alright, let's get this EVP and get out of here. This is EVP 4, right? Alright, let's check it out. See what we get. EVP 4. Setting it down on the steps. Somerset Plantation. Rebecca Drew. Are you still here? Or the doctor? Is the doctor still here? Anyone? Please let us know. We got a device right here that we might be able to hear you on. That was me moving. Can you confirm to us that anyone is still around? My name is Joe and this is Kari, and we mean no harm, no disrespect. We just want to try to see if anyone is still here at this old plantation. Let me turn the light on for a second. Now it's completely dark. Does the not having the light on help you communicate? Are you afraid of the dark? We're going to go. So if you communicated with us, we appreciate it. Thank you. This is where you buy your tickets at to come in during the daytime tour. And this is where they had the look, there's a light on up there. There's a light on up there. I don't know if anybody's up there staying. That's also where they taught the kids at. That was their school.
Carl.
Let's go.
Carl.
Carl. Hey, Carl. That's my Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. Carl. This right here was the overseer's house back in the day. The guy who pretty much, I guess, overseen all the enslaved persons. And this over here was like where I guess he done his punishments right here. The stockade. What does it say?
Healthy.
Healthy. I don't know if this is where they put exactly Rebecca Drew, but this would be like an example, definitely.
Do you know how bad it would be to be in these stockades in the freezing cold with the snow?
I know.
You know?
Somerset Plantation now sits in the middle of the park that is named for General Pettigrew. General Pettigrew led his Confederate troops into battle at Pickett's Charge on July 3rd, 1863 in Gettysburg and was injured. He was the nearest neighbor to the Collins family. His gravesite is located near Somerset off the Old Carriage Road, about a half a mile through the woods from Somerset Plantation. The gravesite of General Pettigrew is also reportedly haunted. It's said that he appears as a gray mist and can be seen among the trees and around the property.
This is a beautiful spot for a cemetery. See, it's got a sign out here now. See out here in this field? See, Brigadier General Johnston Pettigrew was originally laid to rest in Raleigh, but he was relocated 3 years later because his will stated he wished to be buried here in the family cemetery. Check this out. The fence was erected around the grave of General James Johnston Pettigrew by North Carolina by the Daughters of the Confederacy and sponsored by Johnston Pettigrew chapter in 1928. This cemetery is also said to be haunted also by a gray ghostly mist that they think may be James Johnston Pettigrew. I mean no disrespect at all, My name is Joseph,
And I'm Kari.
and we're just here to visit your beautiful cemetery. And like I said, if I'm walking on your bodies, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get a closer look. Oh, there's also another legend here too. They say that one of the reasons why they had erected a fence around this area was because they believed, and see how these vaults are cracked up? These must be like some of the first two. That they believed that the Pettigrew family was buried with their wealth. Now, like I said, this was after the Civil War. And after the Civil War, the Pettigrew family, they were broke. They lost a lot of their farms. They had to sell out, or they lost it. And the same with the Collins family, like we had just visited a while ago. They busted up a lot of their tombstones, hoping to find some money, because it was a legend that they were buried with their money. But of course they weren't. They said that they were broke. So that's how that is. We have a device here that you might be able to speak into, and that we might be able to communicate with you. I'm sure there's not many people that try to come out and try to speak with you. So if there's anything that you would like to say, maybe you can say it. Maybe we may hear it on this device I have here. This device here is a device that we can record images with. It's like a photograph. And some of the older folks here don't even know what a photograph is. It's like a moving painting, but it captures your image in real time. And we may also be able to hear your voice if you speak loud enough and come close enough. She has a thing in her hand that you may be able to influence, and we might be able to hear you speak through that way also. You have a beautiful location that you're buried here at. We just seen a deer down here, but it was so far I know the camera wouldn't pick it up.
Somerset Plantation and Lake Phelps is a part of state-operated Pettigrew Park. Haunted or not, the sheer beauty of the plantation and the lake will take your breath away. But at night, just make sure if you visit and stay at Pettigrew Park campgrounds that you keep an eye open for anything out of the norm. You just may run into the spirit of General Pettigrew or ancient spirits, protectors of the land and lake. But as for the question, is Somerset Plantation haunted? We will leave it up for you to decide.